So a lot of you guys seen this barn in the background of our videos, and I'm sure probably some of you guys are wondering what the deal with that is. Well, the deal is it's old. Anyways, we're getting rid of it today. Got Brutus out here to pull it down, and yep, stay tuned. So, the barn that we're tearing down was put in place by my great-grandfather. Now, where the barn was built is not the original place of construction. So, on this map here, you can see there's a red circle. In that red circle is where the small half of the barn, which we're tearing down, was originally built in probably the 50s, 40s, 50s, 60s era. Now, in about 1966, 1968, the barn was moved by my great-grandfather from the top of the hill. It was taken down from up in the first red circle. It was taken and brought down to the second red circle, which is in the farmyard now. And that's where the barn is that we're taking down. Now, with everything in life, the moths and the rust consumes. So the barn, after it being built and put up next to the bigger barn, it was good for quite a while, like about half a century. But now, just started to neglect and bad timing and things like that left the barn in disrepair. So the first real eye opener was there was an earthquake, a small one, but an earthquake nonetheless. It came and it took the front wall off the barn, and that's when it was the real eye-opener that it's a ticking time bomb. So, some of these pictures here, you can see we spent a good afternoon or two building a tin wall inside, in between the two barns, and then we separated the barn that was to be amputated from the main barn. Then our plan was we were going to have a big party to come watch, film, even have drone shots of the barn being pulled down by a couple skidder tractors and a bulldozer. But unfortunately, the wind came and took the barn down in the middle of the night, so we had no footage. And the cows were still in the basement. There's a hole in the wall, so they were inside the barn. They got into the barn, and then while they were staying in there, the whole barn collapsed, and they didn't even notice, really. Well, they probably did, but they didn't know how to get out. None of them were harmed. Anyways, though, after that, the barn sat for a while, another good while we were busy doing things. Now, here comes to now with the barn beyond repair, and we cannot work on fixing the big barn before we get rid of the small barn that is right next to it. We have to get the excavator running, and then we are going to take the excavator and then just pick up a lot of scrap and stuff like that, load it into trailers so we can go burn the old wood, invite some people over, maybe have a big bonfire out in the field or something. Anyways, though, yeah, so that's why we're here today, pulling stuff down. And then after we finished pulling stuff down, we took some claw hammers and chainsaw. We started cutting up the wood, and it was pretty heavy, a lot of stuff, so we dragged some of it off with a skidder tractor, like right here. I say it's a skidder tractor, it's a Massey Ferguson, it's a big Albertan farm, big Alberta tillage tractor, but like it has a skidder winch on it, so keep that in mind. But anyways, we used the skidder winch to pull some beams off and stuff like that. And with the 2 claw hammers, you take one hammer, stick the claws on the nail, and you take the other hammer and hammer it onto the head of the hammer so that it drives the claws into the lead seal on the nails, because before they had rubber tin gaskets on every screw that came in a box, they sealed all the nails with lead. They sealed everything with lead back then. It's no wonder why everybody died of liver cancer. Anyways, and then after I peeled a bunch of tin off, we cut the wood up from the lean-to. Anyways, so hopefully we can get this mess cleared up. I will show you a bit more of the cleaning up. And then as we were cleaning up and things like that, we were walking through the main barn, and we came out the door, and we found something kind of awesome. It's nobody really knows where it came from, but it's a Yamaha 125 air-cooled motocross gas tank, and it's in good condition. It's airtight, and so I put that on Marketplace. Gonna try to see if that'll sell. But yeah. Don't go in there. Well, it doesn't look much better to say, you guys watching this, compared to other barns, but to me it looks like progress, turning a chapter in the farm history, and you're gonna make this place like new someday.